Hey guys, my name is Christine and today I have a big bowl of popcorn because I'm going to show you how to make popcorn garlands. And popcorn garlands are not only a super easy and quick project to make, but they're a great decoration to transition between Christmas and New Year's. Obviously, you need to start with a bowl of popcorn for this project, and you want to make sure that your popcorn doesn't have a lot of oil and butter on it because you don't want that oil and butter getting everywhere. I am using lightly salted popcorn, and that will work perfectly for this project. You will also need a needle and thread for this project, and it doesn't really matter what colored thread you use as long as it either matches your popcorn or the background that your garland is going to be hung on. For your needle, you want as thin and sharp of a needle as possible, and quilting needles work really well for this because they're much less likely to destroy the popcorn when you're sewing through it than other types of needles. You can make your thread as long as you need it to be, and if you have a really long popcorn garland that you want to make, you can always split it up into two parts and tie the ends together. I normally like to work with about 5 to 6 feet of thread for my popcorn garlands. And I like to start by tying a loop around the end so that the popcorn garland will be easier to hang up. And the rest is pretty simple. Just take a piece of popcorn and sew your needle straight through the center. Then slide the popcorn all the way down your thread. Work with just one piece at a time so you don't break the popcorn pieces when you're moving them down your thread. And it's very important that you thread your needle through the center of the popcorn rather than the edges, because these edge pieces can break off really easily. But if you sew through the edge of a piece of popcorn like this, when the popcorn breaks, you will lose the majority of the piece of popcorn with it. And for these pieces that are shaped kind of like squids, I like to thread my needle through the body of the squid because that's the strongest part of the popcorn piece. And for these pieces that are kind of long and don't really have a center thicker piece, just try to find the center of the piece of popcorn where it's thick enough to hold up. And just be careful not to break it in half when you're moving it down your thread. And if you run into a piece like this that is really hard because it didn't pop all the way, just skip it and move on to the next piece. And you also don't want to crush your pieces together. Just gently slide them down your thread and they'll sit together nicely. And your popcorn pieces will probably wiggle around and move out of alignment while you're working on it. You are not going to be able to make a perfect popcorn garland on this project, so just throw your perfectionist tendencies out the window with this one and let the popcorn pieces sit the way they want to sit. And one more tip to prevent you from breaking the popcorn. It's to hold the popcorn in one hand and pull your thread with the other. That way you're not putting as much pressure on the popcorn itself. Sewing is a lesson in patience and consistency. So just take your time and enjoy the delicious smell of popcorn while you're working on this project. And if you enjoy the taste of popcorn, don't be afraid to eat a few. And you may need to keep a paper towel or napkin nearby if your fingers get too oily. I love you, bud. You are not allowed to have this string. And when you get to the end of your popcorn garland, make sure you tie another loop so that it will be easier to hang your popcorn garland up. And that is how you make a popcorn garland. It's a pretty quick and simple project. It took me about an hour to make, and that's with filming this video on top of it. So it should probably only take you about a half hour, 45 minutes to make a 5 to 6 foot garland. Normally, I wrap my popcorn garlands around my Christmas tree, but right now it is in the closet because our cat is a nightmare and he just wants to keep eating the Christmas tree all day, every day. So I don't know that I want to put my popcorn garland in the closet, so I'll have to find someplace else for it. But I also don't have a mantle or fireplace to hang it, so I'll have to get creative with that. Maybe I'll be able to find a doorway to hang it around. I really hope you give this project a shot at home because it's a really easy one to do, and popcorn garlands are really fun and festive as well. So leave a comment down below to let me know how your popcorn garlands came out. Please like this video if you haven't already, and subscribe to my channel so you never miss another easy crafting project again. Thank you for watching my video, everyone. Have a very Merry Christmas, and I will see you next week.